My fellow knife enthusiasts, knife collectors, knife makers, and random YouTube viewer, I come to you today with a treasure. I come to you today humbled and in awe, for by some alignment of stars and unknown good fortune, this treasure that you see in front of you was bestowed upon me, and I have been tasked with safeguarding it and allowing you, the viewer, to also gaze upon it. From where did this treasure come, you may ask? It comes from a master craftsman, a titan of his industry, an innovator, and as I am now declaring him to be, a friend. The man is Brian Nadeau, knife maker. I have long gazed upon his creations in disbelief and utter amazement. I coveted these knives like I had never desired anything else. From the Evo Typhoon to the Mini Tempest, the Void and the Apex, to name a few. And of course, the arch nemesis. All of which I need, I want, I must have. And now, sitting here before me, the next creation from Brian Nadeau. No doubt, a knife that will go down in the annals of history. And I, the man who brought these beautiful sights to your eyes today, just a middleman, channeling the greatness of another, will be forgotten as this knife transcends time and space until our existence peters out in a sad blip. And even then, this knife will continue on. Thank you. Yes, I wrote a speech. So, this is an extremely momentous occasion for me, for this channel. This is a new design from Brian Nadeau of Sharp by Design. I don't even know how this happened. I mean, I know how it happened. I sent an email to Brian when I saw that he had posted a picture of these on his Instagram, asking if I could possibly have them on my channel to take a look at. To my great surprise, he responded and said that he would send me the knife, both versions of it. I was blown away. I was absolutely blown away. As you saw in my speech, heard in my speech, Brian Nadeau is honestly probably my favorite knife designer ever. I was I was just barely getting into knives when the Mini Tempest dropped, which was his production, the knife that came out before the Apex. And I missed out. And now I am trying to find one in the secondary market. They do pop up on occasion, but they're never quite the one that I want. I will have one eventually, absolutely. But by then, by the time the Apex came out, I was familiar with Brian Nadeau. Huge fan. And I bought one. This year, the Sharp by Design Apex is my favorite knife in the collection. It's kind of tied with my Hinderer XM18 as my favorite knife in the collection. This is an unbelievably beautiful knife. I love it very, very, very much. I would love to own the front flipper version of this as well, and I will do that when I can. I just absolutely love this knife. It's fantastic. Incredible. Not only the craftsmanship and the way that these lines flow together, but the execution. His nubbed detent feels unlike any other knife I've ever tried. It's a completely unique experience flipping this thing and all of his knives. But sadly, this is the only one I've ever experienced and handled. It is a major goal of mine in my knife collecting career to own all of Brian Nadeau's production knives. Huge, probably number one priority, and I will do that. No matter how long it takes, I will own every one of his production knives, and maybe one day, possibly a custom. Um, do yourself a favor and go look at his custom knives. The arch nemesis, his custom arch nemesis are just absolutely mind blowing, like out of this world, insane. Do yourself a favor and go take a look. I like photos of custom arch nemesis more than I do some actual knives in my collection. I like those photos better than some knives in my collection, some real knives that I own. So, um, this is my only Sharp by Design knife. Not because I don't want them, but because they're a little pricey for me, and the way my financials work, it just happens slowly. But I will own them all. So, just a little backstory on what I think about Brian Nadeau and his knives. I think he makes some of the just the sexiest knives in the game, period. So, very, very honored to be able to check out these knives. I don't know what to do. I guess we just open them, right? I don't even know, man. I f- my hands are like kind of shaking even. Let's do it. I cannot tell you what this means to me right now. I cannot accurately put it into words. Here we go. The Mini Evo. Ooh, baby. Oh, gosh. Oh, he put his initials on the flipper tab. Dude, that's so cool. All right. Let us put this packaging aside and really take a good look at this. All right, let's look at this thing. The Mini Evo by Strap by Design. We got a flipper tab. We have a beautiful carbon fiber inlay that is done perfectly, absolutely perfectly. The only way that you can tell your finger is on the titanium or the carbon fiber is the difference in the texture itself. You cannot feel the seam right there. Beautiful. We have inlays on both sides. So you could call this it's not really a bolster lock. It's a frame lock that's partly covered by the inlay. Kind of like the apex here. Same idea. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Um, Typical Strap by Design pivot there. Same one on the apex. I really love it. You guys have heard me say about the apex many times. One thing I really love about it is how the surface of the titanium swells up to meet that pivot. Such a cool touch, and it just looks so nice. Does that on both sides, and it does it on the hardware for the lock bar insert even. The relief cut for the lock bar is almost all totally hidden by the inlay. Even more hidden than the one on the apex here. I'm dying to flip this thing. I cannot tell you how badly I want to flip this thing. We're going to do it in a second. Look at the way he does the lanyard post. That is really cool. There's no lanyard anything on the apex, which doesn't bother me because I don't really do lanyards that often. But that's cool. It's totally out of the way, but if you are into lanyards, you know, he thought about you guys. Really like how he did that. And it just looked cool in there. The seam where these two scales meet is so precise in here. You can't feel it at all. You can barely see it, but it's there. And it looks amazing. Oh my gosh, this flipper tab is so comfortable. All right, here we go, folks. Ready? Oh, woo, look at that, dude. Oh, that's beautiful. That is a beautiful blade, man. So much going on here. Holy crap. All right, we got a hollow grind down here. It's a tanto. So we got a hollow here, flat up here. We also got a little bit of a harpoon, dealio here, slash swedge thing. Then we have a fuller and a deployment slot. Man, that is cool. This area in here where all these different grinds meet up is so cool, man. Holy crap. That took a lot of very precise grinding. It looks like it's a bead blast inside the fuller, too. Gosh, that's beautiful, man. Let me tell you something. Oh my God. Oh, it's really smooth. Guys, do you hear that sound? It's not going to sound as good to you, but there's a ka-chunk. There's two distinct clicks. The first is, I believe, the nub, the detent nub breaking free. And then the other one is it locking up. Oh, it's so good to flip. This is the best knife I've ever flipped, ever. Ever, period. No, just hands down. Don't even have to think a second about it. This is the best detent I've ever felt on a flipper tab, period. It's incredible. So smooth, too. Listen to that click when it shuts, too. Oh, oh. Dude, I need one of these. I will buy one of these. I'm going to start saving right now. This is absolutely incredible. The flipper tab, the way it's shaped, there's no jimping on it, but it does not need it. It's it's kind of large, but the way that it's kind of sloped down right here, it just, your finger sits perfectly right there. Break the detent and the blade just absolutely fires. Oh gosh, let's look at the next one. I think this is a drop point. Oh gosh. Look at that, dude. Micarta, are you kidding me? Dude, that looks so good. Holy crap. I was expecting another carbon fiber. Oh, I might like this even better. I am a huge fan of micarta and titanium. I just think it's such a good look. Oh, all right. Let's flip this baby. What do we got? Yeah, oh, oh, oh. Oh, can I? No, I can't reverse flick it. Yeah, I can't get in there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm trying to fail this thing. There's no possible way. No possible way. I've never felt anything like this. Never felt anything like this. Not even close. Oh. Man, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of at a loss for words here. So the drop point is a flat grind. I really cannot decide which blade I like better. The tanto here has much more going on. Um, it's busy, but not in a bad way. I think in a very, very good way. In a way that makes me really want this one. Really, really want that one. This one looks so nice and clean, though. So clean. There's no poon. Same fuller, though. Gosh, this one feels so thin behind the edge. Oh my gosh. I love how the flipper tab kind of acts as a finger guard, too. Um, Really, really love that. Sharpening choil, excellent. Let's look at it compared to the Apex. So it is a bit smaller. It's called the Mini Evo. It's really not that mini. There is a Micro Evo, which to me is the Mini Evo. And then this is just kind of like a mid-sized Evo, I guess. It's really not that small. Definitely get an easily full grip on it with a little extra. These are so comfortable too. I heard a lot of people complaining about the clip on the Apex, and I will admit it's not the most ergonomic clip ever. But let me tell you, on the Mini Evo here, it is a non-issue. I literally do not feel the clip at all. At all. At all. So that is excellent. I know some of you guys are probably waiting to hear about that because that was a major complaint from a lot of people about the Apex was the clip. A lot of people modified theirs to make it more comfortable. Really, the issue was this kind of sharp tip up here and this edge right up here. And the way that it's the way that it's positioned. If it was more in the middle of the knife, it probably wouldn't have been even a problem. But since it's kind of up here, just the way that it rides in your hand, it kind of digs in a little bit. To me, I don't care at all. It does not make me like the knife any less because I'm not hard using this knife. If I was squeezing this thing as hard as I could, pushing through cuts all day, yeah, it'd be a problem. Um, it's not though, so I don't care. But these, I'm telling you, without any bias in my heart, um, I can't feel the clip at all. I really can't. I'm gripping it as hard as I can. I cannot feel it. It's like it's not there. So I think a lot of people will be really happy to hear that about this knife. It's a similar style clip. It's a bit shorter and it has a little bit less of a bill. So that might have something to do with it as well. I love his clips. I think they look fantastic. So that's great news. Um, this is an amazing knife. Um, if I can buy one, I absolutely will be doing that. Um, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Tanto probably too, just because it looks so wicked. It looks badass, man. Just look at that. This area, I'm telling you, this area in here where all these different grinds kind of come together and intermingle is just amazing. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. I don't see any imperfections in the grind lines. I don't see any imperfections anywhere. But I think I do like the micarta. I think my ultimate mini Evo would be the Tanto with the micarta. I think this micarta looks just fantastic on that titanium. It's a polished micarta, so it's not like the textury. It was at one point, but they've polished it back. Man, it looks so good. It's just incredible. Oh, I could sit and flip these literally like for 24 hours straight. It is so satisfying. Oh. Okay. This video could go on for hours, but I'm gonna have to stop it at some point. Um, you know, I these are fantastic. Um, I didn't think a detent could be crisper than on the Apex. This previously was the best detent I've ever felt on the knife. But these have beat it. These are crispier. They're even crispier. It's insane. It's literally insane. Let me talk about the nub detent really quick. If you're not familiar with Brian Ditto's knives, he doesn't use a traditional detent ball on all liner locks and frame locks particularly. There is a little ball that is like halfway stuck inside of the lock bar. When in the closed position, that ball is sitting in a little hole inside the tang of the blade. So the ball is permanently inside the lock bar, and it nestles inside a hole in the tang of the blade. When you apply pressure to a thumb stud or flipper tab, whatever the deployment method is, you build up pressure, 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 and then it breaks that detent ball out of its hole. That's what gives you the pop, And then the detent ball, now it's up on the tang of the blade, riding up there. Riding, riding, riding. Boop. It falls off the tang of the blade. And then the lock bar slides over and locks the knife out. With Brian Nadeau's knives, it's not a ball. It's like a little, in fact, let me see if I can shine a light in there and show you. See if the camera will focus. You can see it right there. So it's like a little ridge that is a part of this steel lock bar insert. The camera focusing? There you go. It's a little ridge. So I'm not sure, the details of it, but basically, it just since it is that way, you have just an unbelievably crisp breakaway when you go to flip the knife. I mean, listen to that. There's a sound of the detent or the nub popping onto the tang of the blade. You can actually hear it. So bam, jumps onto the tang of the blade, and it's always on it until the lock bar pops into the lock position. There's no little limbo area where the detent ball, boop, it's off, but the knife's not locked out yet. You still have to go, boop, and lock it all the way out. There's no Metal Complex calls it a double clutch when that happens. A good example of that is the Chavez Scapegoat. This one has a pretty bad double clutch, meaning I disengage the lock bar, the knife falls down. I can't shake it down yet though, because that detent ball hasn't jumped up on the tang yet. I have to get it past that point, and then the blade will fall shut. That's a non-issue with Brian Nadeau's knives. Disengage it. You're free and clear. There's nothing. There's no double clutch. It's just fantastic. It's really fantastic. It's the best detent you've ever felt. I promise you. I promise you. Well, I guess I can't say that because I haven't handled every knife. Out of any knife I have ever handled, and at this point it's been quite a bit, not as many as a lot of people probably, but quite a bit. This is without doubt far, far, far and away the crispiest, most satisfying detent I've ever felt. Zero doubt in my mind, it's not even close. Literally not even close. So, very excited about these dropping. Like I said, I'm going to put aside funds right now so that I can buy one. And, if you're into this kind of thing, I recommend you do as well. I don't think there's a date yet. Follow Brian Nadeau on Instagram at Sharp by Design is his handle. That's probably the best place to get updates, I would imagine. In fact, I'm pretty positive about that. So follow him. And, stay up to date on these to find out when they're going to be available. I believe they're already made. So it's not like a pre-order thing. In fact, I know that for sure. It's not a pre-order thing. They're just going to drop. They're going to drop at retailers. They'll be available. They'll be already in the States and ready for you to buy. So, yeah. If you've never experienced a Brian Nadeau knife, you need to in your lifetime. I really think you need to in your lifetime. You can make it happen. No matter how long it takes you to save, you can make it happen. I think everyone needs to experience it. It's one of a kind experience. It really, really is. So that'll be it. I'm going to do, he said I could keep these for like around a week. He said, he wanted me to be gentle with them. So I'm not going to carry them. I'm not going to cut with them besides maybe slicing a piece of paper or two. That's it, just to kind of see how the edge is. I'm not going to carry them. They're not going to leave this desk. I'm too paranoid. I'm going to accidentally, I don't know, drop one or something. So they're not going to leave the desk unless it is quickly to take a photo or something. But I'm still going to do, so the review won't be like, let me tell you how this knife performs at work or whatever. It'll be more of an overview kind of thing, which I kind of already did in this video. But, I'm going to be around these knives and handle them for a while. And, more will probably come to light. I may notice some things that I want to talk about or whatever. So, I just need to give myself time to really form my solid opinions about it. So, thanks for watching. Brian, thank you so much, man, for just trusting me with these knives. It really, really means a lot to me, man. It really, really does. I'm just a huge fan of your work. I'm a pretty new channel. I've only been at it like I don't know, 9 months, and you're the first one that has really you know taken a chance on me. You're the first knife maker that's really taken a chance and sent me some very nice knives for me to look at, and it really, really means a lot, man. Really, really does. And just thank you so much. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like the video before you head out. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of these bad boys. I can't even imagine that anyone would not like how these things look. I mean, these things, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, these are really this is my thing. This is my thing right here. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're gonna get one, which one you're gonna get, drop point or tanto. And I love you guys very much. Without your guys' support, if I didn't have this channel, I wouldn't have been able to get sent these awesome knives to have on the channel. And you guys helped make that possible. So thanks to you guys too. This is a great day. I'll never forget it. I love you guys. Peace and love.